that's a horrible question.
Oh, I cannot answer that.
I think obviously Leicester Ladies / Banana Bunch is where I started out, so that is one that I'll never forget.
Oh, that's a hard question. I've only been to 3 in my life, but I think it would have to be Belper because that's where I started. That's where I've played for the most years, and that's probably where I learned the most as a junior.
Just definitely the hometown club, Chester. Had some amazing coaches. It was where I learned to play, where I learned to the love of the game, basically. So yeah, definitely Chester.
I have to say Plymouth Margins, definitely. I learned so much from everyone there, and they support me so much to this day.
I can't give one. Newark Hockey Club and Beeston Hockey Club sort of shaped me massively. Newark in the early days, getting to national finals in junior competitions.
Firebrands is obviously going to be special because it's home and it's where I started, but I played at Birmingham Uni for 6 years and I love my Birmingham. But I'm at Hampstead now and I absolutely love it as well. So they've all been brilliant for the time of life I've been in.
I then obviously spent numerous years at Beeston, so obviously they're from 9 to like 18 and then in and out a few times. So that's massive in my heart and probably often seen as more my childhood club, which wasn't quite the first club, but one that was there many times.
Probably my current club at the moment, East Grinstead. Like club hockey, just love it. Go down there sort of every weekend, play with your mates, and yeah, I've got some pretty good memories and hoping to make some more memories with them. So.
Probably Bowden, just because I grew up from under 13s all the way through to first team, so I played for every single team in the club. So from that point of view, I managed to get to know everybody all the way through. So that was probably the most special club for me.
The club that is most special to me would probably be my first one, Newark Hockey Club. Whenever I go home to Newark, I go and visit them. My auntie's still a big part of the club as ladies club captain, so she often ropes me in to go down to do some coaching for the juniors, which I really enjoy. And
my first club, Kings Heath, very special to me just because that's why I fell in love with the game. Started playing hockey there. The kind of press release video obviously really was something really special as well. Kind of seeing Kings Heath again. I don't really get the chance to go back up, obviously pretty busy down here, so every time I go home I drive past the clubhouse, which is always kind of a nice touch.
The County Hockey Club has played a massive part in my development from a young age, and obviously being from the minis all the way through to the ladies ones, you know, I've got some very fond memories there, and yeah, it's a very special place for me.
Yeah, I've been really lucky that I've played for 3 great clubs in my career. Obviously started at Cookstown, where I played up until I was from no age up until I was 18. I then came across and played for Loughborough for 2 years, and then just about to go into my 8th season with Wimbledon Hockey Club. So yeah, each step along the way I've been really lucky to be in such great environments.
Probably my first club, Belper, where I started. It had an incredible junior setup. It was just down the road from my house. I could cycle down if I wanted to. And it's where I fell in love with the sport and played there till I was 16. So yeah, I owe a lot to that club in terms of developing my core skills and just loving the game.
Yeah, having been at Beeston for the best part of 25 years, it feels like family to me. Griff at the top of the club has always, had an arm around me through highs and lows, especially around London 2012 when I missed out. That was a huge bit for me where the club really supported me well, and I felt like I bounced back from that upset pretty quickly, but that's thanks to the clubs that have supported me.
Over the past 5 years I've been playing for Hampstead and Westminster in London, and I've had great times there. We've been promoted to the Premier League, and yeah, my hockey's really come on since playing there, so it means a lot to me, that club.
I'd say the club most special to me is probably Gwent Hockey Club. Just the family feel. They taught me how to play hockey. I went there as someone who didn't really know how to hold a stick, and they supported me and still support me to this day. All my brothers play with them, and I just can't thank them enough for what they've done for me.
They're still playing at the same pitch that I used to play at, so it brings back lots of great memories, and yeah, I owe them a lot for me being the player I am today.
I'd say the first club that I was at Dart down in Totnes,
quite a small family club. Yeah, my family all play hockey at that club, and it's got some very, very good friends and lots of family friends down there.
I'd have to say probably Loughborough Uni. That's where I really found a bit more about the game of hockey and how many opportunities were in it, and also just what an exciting game it could be. I remember really vividly the first time I watched the ones train and how fast-paced and intense and demanding it was, and I remember thinking that's where I want to be. So yeah, that's definitely my most memorable club.
I just can't thank Old Georgians enough. I think the way they've been with me over the last year, I mean, anyone who has a player who loses an eye, and just the support and how they were around all of that was incredible, and such a massive credit to the club.